Anyways, so here it is. Let me show you my build. So I got for now I got this split staff. I mean, it does the job. Imbue water, you're gonna see why it's important, but it's not that important. It's just a fail-safe, let's say. Let me show you why. So we have this spirit, Tengen Kujaku, with elemental roulette. Tengen Kujaku appears and unleashes a shockwave of a random element. Your weapon then becomes cloaked in that element. That's what's important. That's what's up. And Inferno Whirlwind is not too bad either. It does a lot of damage, fire damage. Look at that. Spirit Force bonus projectiles items. It's not that useful, but I mean, we use some items, so why not? I mean, we use... Yeah, I guess you can call them projectiles. Yeah. We use Omnyo Magic a little bit. But yeah, it's on life recovery. Increases the Amrita gauge charge rate. The Amrita gauge is the living weapon gauge, basically. Extended elemental weapon extends the effects of items that imbue weapons with an attribute or element for a period of time. Plus 15%, that's huge. And Spirit Force bonus elemental damage B+, that's huge. Because basically, once we do this and combo the enemy to death, we basically already replenished our Spirit Force. So yeah, we basically have elemental roulette for free if we have enough an enemy with enough HP, you know. So basically that means that we always have a fucking element on our weapon, and that's really great for Inari builds. And then we have show the location of a nearby enemy's treasures, Amrita and Nigita on your compass. That's the best scanner there is. I mean, there is another one, Kurama Tengu, but it's only enemy sensor. Show the location of nearby enemies on the compass. So yeah, you understand why this one is better, right? But I mean, I'm not saying this is the best Guardian Spirit for Inari builds. I'm not saying that at all, because you could just use if you don't care about longevity, you can always use you know, well, let me show you what you could use actually. You could always use like a spirit like Anko, and instead of an extraction talisman, you could use something like a fire talisman. Let me find the one right there. Fire familiar also. Here. Or we could use a fire talisman. So yeah, by the way, I'm using Demon of Pride Soul Core because it applies water really quickly and almost instantly. I mean, it's almost guaranteed that it applies water saturated ailment, status ailment. Then Reiju, because it inflicts lightning damage, a lot of lightning damage. And thank god I have two of those, but only one of Demon of Pride, sadly. I am using Lightning Familiar Talisman to finish it off. I guess you could change it to... You could change it to fire or water or something like that, you know. Then I use a Protection Talisman. This is like a Steel Talisman, only better. Then I use Extraction Talisman. This is to even load even more of my living weapon. Yeah, because we use that as well in this build. Carnage Talisman. It lowers my defense but increases melee attack power, so that's really good in conjunction with Protection Talisman. And then Hailstream Talisman, just in case I want to apply water or inflict damage, but don't want to use Demon of Pride, like for example if I'm not on the boss, because this build is all about longevity, right? So yeah, you could replace this one, and this one, of course. You could replace those. I'm not judging, but yeah. Yeah, so that's about it. Now let's check the build. So as I was saying, I'm using Grace of Inari, 7 pieces. I have the luck of having a Yasakani Magatama that is of Inari. So yeah, that's really, really good. Tac. Effect duration +3. That's good too. Yeah. And I'm also using the Tragic Hero, 3 pieces. I only equipped 2 pieces thanks to the Yasakani Magatama. Again, something you get in New Game Plus only, I think. So basically it gives me plus 12.2% ninjutsu damage, which is just busted. Oh my god. Then I have Flying Kato's Master of Illusion, same 3 pieces. I mean 2 pieces, but you know what I mean. Because ninjutsu gauge charge plus 15% and shadow arts damage, which is the only ones I'm using, plus 10% damage, which is also really good, but nothing compared to the 28% elemental weapon damage we get from Inari, you know. So yeah, that's about it. Let's check out what I have on my Splitstaff. I have Imbue Water just in case I run out of elemental effects, and Spirit Force. I can still hit the enemy and generate some more Spirit Force, more than usual, because of the elemental damage. Melee key damage, though it's not that important. Don't get me wrong, it's not that important. Until then, it never happened to me that I was out of Spirit Force. But I mean, I don't know. You could get into that situation at some point. Plus melee key damage plus 1.5%, strong attack damage plus 4.2%. This is a lot. Recovery speed plus 1%. Yeah, that's very small buffs, but still, except for strong attack damage, and it's really good. And then the Tonfa. The Tonfa are also very, very good. Very, very good. Dual elements, lightning and fire. I don't know. That doesn't really matter anyways, but like that's cool to have 2 elements. Melee damage plus nearly 4%, that's awesome. Quick attack key consumption minus 2%, that's awesome. And key damage versus scorched enemy plus 2.1%, that's awesome. And it's also Grace of Inari. Both of them I changed their scaling to be skill, intelligence, and magic, the 3 last stats, because let me show you why. Skill affects your art proficiency and power and ninjutsu power. So okay, so basically it gives us better ninjutsu damage. So since we use quite a lot of ninjutsu, it is quite useful. Intellect affects effect duration and key recovery speed. Both of those we need a lot. Effect duration is the kind of thing that you need when you're using an Inari build. It's what I mean by effect duration is that when you inflict saturation on an enemy, it will last longer with 99 intellect compared to 1 intellect, you know. Of course, it's really, really useful. And magic only 25, because for now that's my highest stat except for skill and intellect. Because magic unlocks us, 25 magic unlocks us all we need in terms of Omnyo magic elements. because without it we cannot manage Soul Core, Omnyo Box. We don't have a lot of yin slots, you know. Thanks to the 25 points I put in Magic, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. So that's good. Yeah, so that's about it. Oh yeah, sorry, the skills. I forgot about the skills. I always forget about the skills. So, common skills, I use Repel Expert, extends the window of opportunity for a successful style shift burst break. I mean, that's cool. And Key Sapping Follow-up increases damage dealt by melee attacks against enemies that have run out of key and are in a winded state. That's really good in my opinion. I mean, why not take it? Style Shift Flow is also really good, allows you to cancel attacks with Style Shift more quickly. And Attack Mastery 2 increases attack by 12. I mean, why not? Also, of course, Awakening allows you to use Omnyo Magic faster. That's really useful. Amplification extends the duration of Omnyo Magic item effects. That's really good for what we are going for right here. Volitional summoning allows you to summon Guardian Spirit using Guardian Spirit skills while moving. That's really good for this build because we are constantly using the summon of the R2 plus the right trigger plus Y combination, key combination, which is the one that they're showing here, where you summon your Guardian Spirit to do an attack. This is the one we use to do elemental roulette, so it's really useful. And Attack Mastery 1, because I didn't find anything better than this to use. Maybe you could find something better than Attack Mastery 1 and 2, like I don't know. I'll check this out later. But yeah, I mean, you know, there's some good shit here. There's some good shit here. Anyway, Samurai, we don't care because it is a ninja build. So ninja, again, it's not perfect. It's not perfected. I got this build like a few hours ago. I was just so happy to share it with you because it works really well. So Rigor of the Gods increases the amount of elemental damage you inflict upon enemies by 10%. That's really good. Then Wrathful Dragon inflicts increased damage received elemental on an enemy after you land a hit with ninjutsu. Increased damage received elemental increases damage taken from elemental attacks. So that's good also because we are an Inari build after all. Last Stand reduces ki consumed by attacks in proportion to how little ki you have remaining. Then Yokai Banisher, of course, performing miss within the Yokai realm will remove the realm from that area. Of course we need that, it's just good sense. And Patience of the God increases the rate at which you build up status ailments on enemies by 24%. That's just huge. That's really good. And Dreadbringer, that's also really good. Increases damage dealt by Omnyo Magic and Ninjutsu relative to the number of negative effects on the enemy. And I think our elemental damage is affected since it's considered coating your weapon is considered Omnyo Magic. Again, I'm not sure, so please check this out for me. And that's all. That's about it. Oh yeah, by the way, let me show you what I use. Law of Largesse. Attacks that are granted additional hits when fluid form is active now receive a higher number of additional hits. Shin Crusher, yeah, normal. I mean, I could use that, I guess. Radiant Mood. Impact, lightning. It does quite a lot of lightning damage, so I use that. Sometimes I would change it for just Radiant Moon because like if the boss is lightning element or stuff like that, I guess I can use it in a water way, in the water form, but it doesn't do that much damage, so yeah. Darting Cloud, of course. That's a cool counter. I love it. Falcon Strike, I love it. I guess you could use Changing Ways or Dragon Dance. I love Changing Ways and Falcon Strike. And Twin Phoenix Extend, I love this one. Unreal Revolution Wind was my favorite until I got this build because it doesn't do that much wind damage and it cancels out any wind and any element you got. I mean, it doesn't use the element you got and it doesn't do that much elemental damage, so I changed it for this. I guess you could use Unreal Revolution Bear naked, you know, it could work. And then I use this guy, which is really cool, but like it's really hard to pull off because you have to have a big enemy and you have to have the enemy go towards you because you have 0 range basically. And I use that is maybe better because you can even hit from you're in front of the enemy. If you do that, you may hit their back, so that's really good. There's also this option that I don't like that much, but it's there. So yeah, that's about it. And if you want to see what I'm using for my Tonfa, here it is. Apocalypse, of course. Storm of Strike, tac tac tac. Sweeping Kick, tac tac. Heavenly Chain, yeah. Impenetrability. While dodging Fleet Foot. Wild Lions. Urgency. Demon Dance, of course. Demon Dash, of course. And you always want to use Demon Dash instead of Demon Dance, by the way, unless you want to dodge. Hold Y in midair. It's really cool. It's a really cool attack. Flying Chariot. Then LB plus X in midair. Flying Drill. It's like a Demon Dash but in midair. And LB plus Y in midair. It's a retreating kind of attack. Not so bad, but not that useful. So yeah. Alright guys, so that's it. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a wonderful day. Like, subscribe if you like this kind of videos. Leave a comment if you have some feedback or something to say. Yeah, and please enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.